Hey guys, welcome you all back to Amazon Labs. In my last video, I have shown you how to do your keyword research or master keyword research using Helium 10. Alright, in today's Connect, I am planning to show you how to do your keyword research using something called as brand analytics. Now, if you are a brand registered seller on Amazon, you will have something access to something called as brand analytics. And believe me, this tool is so much value additive. You will be able to spy on your competitors. You can understand how many clicks are they getting, what is their click share, what is their conversion share. It is a super cool tool. Now, for ease of understanding, I'm going to please consider this video as a continuation to our previous recording or previous video. In our previous video, we have looked into vegetable chopper or fruit chopper. Now, in this session also, I'm going to pick the same product and let's start the meeting, right? So firstly, what I am really interested in is, so we are looking at into our products, right? So last week, or in my previous meeting, so we touch based upon this product. Now once again, going back to bestsellers, I try to find who are my top 5 guys or top 5 competitors, just like I have done in my last recording. So we have already made a note of our top 5 competitors in our previous video, right? So let's consider these 5 ASINs for our video today. So we are going to just focus on these 5 competitors, but when you are doing your research, you should be looking into your top 10 guys. Okay, so higher the number of ASINs you check is the better when it comes to analyzing your data points on brand analytics. When it comes to Helium 10, there you have a limitation of having just 10 ASINs. But when it comes to brand analytics, I mean, the forum is open to you. If you see somebody is doing well, you should have that ASIN in your checklist and you should be tracking them, right? Now the first way or the first step to work is, firstly, now this is a page on Amazon. This is called brand analytics, right? This is a super cool tool, right? What I'm going to do is, once I'm here on brand analytics, so you will have an option something called as Amazon search terms. Now I will just click on Amazon search terms, and then I will paste all my ASINs. In this example, I have just copied all these 5 ASINs and then I have pasted it in here, right? And after pasting it in here, so you will have an option. I mean, you will be able to choose the time range. Is it daily, or is it weekly, or is it monthly, or is it quarterly, right? What it means is, now when you choose daily, Amazon will look for Amazon will look for last 24 hours data, right? In last 24 hours, right, how have they how did your competitors do, right? How have they done, as in terms of sales, in terms of conversion, how are they doing in last 24 hours? Likewise, when you select weekly, now in last 1 week, how did your competitors do, right? How have they done? I mean, as in terms of their conversion or in terms of their click share, you will be able to look into all those details. Likewise, when you choose monthly, Amazon is going to fetch you last 30 days data. Now when you say quarterly, Amazon is going to fetch you last 90 days data. Now, larger the time frame is the better. Now it is always better to go with quarterly, because you will have more data points and you will be able to see more keywords or search terms. That may not be true always. Sometimes, I mean, you need to just check all the time frames, and wherever you are able to get most data, you need to go with that, right? In our example today, I've selected quarterly data. So now when I selected quarterly data, I was able to fetch all these results from Amazon. Now guys, so this is a real data from Amazon. You're not relying upon any of the software tools. There is no guesswork. Now this is a data which we are getting directly from Amazon. Now Amazon is telling you how your competitors are doing for various keywords or various search terms. Now firstly, let's understand this data properly, right? Now you have plugged in your ASINs, you have selected quarterly range, and then you have just clicked a search. Now Amazon has provided us 222 keywords, right? 222 keywords. Now if you see here departments, it is very much explanatory, it is not much of a value add for us. Let's ignore this department. The second column is search term. Now search term is nothing but what your customers are searching for, right? Then you have something called as search frequency rank. Now you cannot correlate search frequency rank to your search volume, but you know how you need to view this is search frequency rank. It is just like a rank which Amazon is providing, right? I mean, lower the search frequency rank, higher the sales velocity. Understood? It is just like your BSR, right? When you see a competitor having a lesser BSR, it means he is getting so many sales. Likewise, when you see somebody with a lesser search frequency rank, it means this guy is doing really well, right? So for this specific keyword, Amazon is telling you what is the search frequency rank, and then who is the most clicked ASIN, right? For this specific keyword. Now in this case, what is our keyword? Our keyword is chopper, right? Now when somebody searches for chopper, right, there are so many listings which are available on page number 1. Among those listings, who is the one the most clicked? So Amazon is telling you that this guy, he's the most clicked ASIN, right? He has got number 1 click share, right? Now you see Amazon is telling that he has got a click share of 22.53%. Now what does it mean? Let's say if some 100 people are searching for this search term chopper. Now out of these 100 people, approximately 22 or 23 people are clicking this particular ASIN or this particular competitor product listing, right? Now we see he has also got a conversion share of 25%, right? 25.6%, or closely, it's approximately 26%. What it means? Now I said out of 100 people, 23 people are clicking this particular listing, right? Now out of this 23, right, some 25% or 26% of that 23 are buying this product. Okay, I hope this is understood. So what I mean, to put it in a much simpler terms, let's say if 100 people are searching for this keyword chopper, some 22 or 23 or 24 people are clicking this particular ASIN, and out of this 24, some 6 people are buying this product, right? So they've got a very solid and good conversion share. Now likewise, Amazon is also telling you for this specific keyword, what is our keyword here? Chopper, right? Now for this specific keyword chopper, who is the second most clicked ASIN, right? Now who is your second top guy, right? So this guy, so as per this data, Amazon is telling you that this guy is the second most clicked ASIN, and he has got a conversion share of 10%, and he has got a click share of 10%, he has got a conversion share of 11.51. Now what does it mean? Let's say if 100 people are searching for this specific keyword chopper, out of 100, 10 to 11 people are opening this listing, right? And among this 10 to 11 people, 10% of that is like 1 people or 1 person is buying that product, right? So likewise, Amazon is also telling you who is the third most clicked ASIN for this specific keyword, right? Now in this case, their click share and conversion share are in line with the previous one. So for this guy, he has got a click share of 10.7 and he has got a conversion share of 12.52, right? Now this data you will not get anywhere. This is the only place where you get to see all this information. Now so far we just looked into one keyword, right? So there are so many keywords. Amazon has provided us 222 or 222 keywords, right? Now the beauty of this is you can extract this data, you can download this data, right? Now for our demonstration purposes, I have already downloaded this data. Now when you download this is exactly what you see. Okay, so you will see department, you will see search terms, you will see search frequency rank, you will see the same things, most clicked, what is the product, what is the click share, what is the conversion share. Now certain fields we do not need, we do not require, so we can chop them off. So I've just removed the department section, and I've also removed the first row, right? So when I do that, this is what we get to see. Now here we have the list of search terms, and we also have various keywords that customers has clicked, and what is the click share, what is the conversion share. We have all that stuff. Now firstly, before doing any number crunching, or before chopping down this data, let's do a quick let's visualize this data. Okay, now we know that there are some 5 competitors here, right? What I would like to see is how are these competitors placed, right? I'm just minimizing it so that we get to view the complete sheet together if possible. Now I want to see how they are placed. I want to color code them, and I want to visualize. I want to see which among these 5 players who is ranked the most, right? In order to do that, I'll just do a quick conditional formatting. I'll just say whichever keyword has this particular ASIN, I want to color them in, let it be red. Okay, so you see, when we looked at our first competitor or first ASIN, we see wherever he's he's ranked for few of the keywords, right? Now we see, okay, he has got a significant position, right? Among this 222 keyword, he is not ranked for all the keywords. You see there are certain blanks. He is not ranked for all keywords, but we see that he has got decent placement in, and he's ranked for most of them, right? So let's do a same thing. Let's search for our second competitor. So I'll once again control all. I'll just say whichever has equal to this particular ASIN. This time I want to color code them with yellow, right? Now you see how this guy is placed, right? So this guy is also ranked. Now I'm looking at the cells that are colored in yellow. Now you see he is ranked for few of the keywords, right? But relatively, when we compare the first guy and second guy, we know that I mean, at least looking at the colors, I see more red. I know that the first guy is ranked for most of the keywords, right? So I'll try to do the same thing for our third one. I'll say conditional formatting equals to this. Now we need to color it with, let's do it green, right? I don't see any greens actually. I don't think this guy is ranked at all, right? Which is really bad, right? So let's check once again. I hope we did not miss him. Equal to this, and I'll say this. I want to see him in green. I'll say okay. Cool. So guys, we see that the third competitor is not at all ranked for any of these keywords, which is bad, right? He has got a lot to do in terms of work, right? Right. So let's move on to the fourth one. Fourth one, I'll just control all. I'll once again color code them. So since the third guy we could not apply green, let's do green for this guy. Yeah, so here we see few greens, right? So now this guy is ranked, but his ranking is not that great. He's ranked for only few of the keywords, right? So little lesser than yellow fellow right? So now the first one we gave red, right? So this guy is well ranked. The second guy we gave yellow, and he's ranked decently. Third guy, he's not there at all in the picture. The fourth guy is we have ranked him, or we have colored him green. Let's do the same thing for the fifth guy. So see guys, so far we have not started our number crunching and all. We are just visualizing the data. We'll go to the data crunching part in next few minutes. So I'll say, okay, this time I want to color them. What should we say? So custom format, I'll just say red text. Yeah, so let's do red text. Okay. So there are few cells here. Once again, I know that we are not able to figure it out properly, but you see there are few cells where they are marked in red, right? Wherever they, you see few, they are ranked for few of the keywords. That is very much certain that you are able to figure it out, right? So this is a quick visualization exercise which I normally do. Now for our demonstration purposes, I may just look at our top 2 or top 3 keywords, but when you are looking into this data, you need to have a view of all your top 10 competitors. Visualize, see Now before doing any number crunching and all, first color code them and see, because when you color code you will be able to identify them much more easily. Okay, now this is one part of the story. Okay, now the next part, the visualization part is done, right? Now one more important thing here when it comes to why is this data very useful. Let's say in this example we know that our competitor, who is, I mean, this guy, he's ranked for most of the keywords, right? Now the beauty of this data from brand analytics is you will also get to view their titles. All right, now you will also get to view their titles on Amazon. See, you get to view the titles here, right? Now when you see somebody is ranked so well, you can also see what is that, how did they frame their title, how did they phrase it, did they use any keywords, yes or no. Now you could probably pick few best practices from there, and you can also do required changes to your titles. That is number one. Number two, when you see a single or a particular ASIN colored the most, right? In this case, so this guy, the first guy, he has got the market, or he has got the lion's share, so he could be the alpha in this market, correct? Now keeping this aspect, or keeping this part aside, or parking this aside, now the first step is I'm just trying to visualize it. Visualization part is done. Now let's get into the actual work. Let's get into the data crunching part. Now when we speak about keyword research, we in our last video we got into Helium 10. We have done a reverse ASIN search. We found our top 10 competitors. We have seen who has got the largest, how people are doing, how your competitors are ranked, and we try to find our alpha ASIN there. Now the very purpose of doing this keyword research series is, one, you need to identify keywords to optimize, or firstly to build your title, you build your bullet points, and then put the remaining keywords in your backend search. That is one part of the story. One, to create your listing. Then you also need these keywords to run your PPC campaigns. You need to run your PPC campaigns using your bulk operation templates, which I'll anyway speak much at length in future videos. But at this point in time, understand one thing: make a note of all the keywords that you fetched out of Helium 10. That is one aspect. The second aspect, do this part, don't miss out on your brand analytics. Come to Amazon brand analytics, get this data, and listen carefully the chopping exercise that we are going to do right now, and then make a list of keywords from Amazon brand analytics. Then you have two sets of data. One is from Helium 10, the second one is from brand analytics. You need to use both the keywords, you need to consolidate keywords from both the sheets, and then you need to create PPC campaigns and stuff, right? So cool, let's get into the chopping exercise. Now here we see something called as the first most clicked ASIN, the second most clicked ASIN, and the third most clicked ASIN. Alright, so here you see first clicked, second most clicked, and the third most clicked. Firstly, let's get to the first most clicked ASIN, right? So I'm here, right? First most clicked ASIN. Now what I'll do is, I will first just remove the second most clicked and third most clicked for time being. So for ease of understanding, I'm just removing the columns which we don't require. So I remove that. So now department I'll delete, and then we need search terms, we also need search frequency rank, we need ASIN. Titles we don't require at this point in time, so I'll delete titles. So we just have click share and conversion share. Alright, so now what I'll do is, so search frequency rank, at this point in time I'll hold the search frequency rank, so I'll just keep this column for now. Now what I want to know is, I said that we are looking into our top 5 or 4 competitors, right? This competitor, I'll pick this competitor, I'll come here, right? I want to see, now here we have, for this specific search term, we have the first most clicked ASINs, right? I will see whether this guy is here or not. right? I'll just filter, I'll just say equals to, right, this guy, and I see, yeah, so he's our top guy, right? So he's our first ASIN, first competitor. Now this first competitor, right, he is number one clicked for all these keywords. He is the most clicked ASIN. Okay, now for all these keywords, just listen carefully. For all these keywords, he is most clicked ASIN. Technically what it means is he's getting majority of the sales from these keywords, right? You also get to view how much click share does he have from this specific keywords, and you also get to see how much conversion share do they have. You see, there are few keywords where he is getting 100% conversion share, right? I mean, his click share is 53%. Technically, if 100 people are searching for this specific keyword, handy mini chopper, 53 of them are opening this listing, and all 53 are buying his product, right? You see, he has got a very good conversion share for so many keywords. Now what I will do is, I'll just go to conversion share, I'll remove zeros, and I'll remove anything less than 10%, right? Because 10 is the least that you should expect. So now you see, for all these keywords he has got greater than 10% of conversion share. Now I am interested in these keywords, right? What I'll do, I'll make a note of these keywords, right? I'll definitely make a note of these keywords, and I will put it in another spreadsheet, right? And this is how I approach. Then once I am done with this one, what I'll do, I will unfilter it, or I'll color code it, I'll unfilter it. Then I'll do the same exercise for my top or my second competitor. I'll come here, right? I'll just I'll just look for that fellow. I'll search. You see, there are few keywords where he is the most clicked ASIN, right? And not many though. While the previous competitor, he is ranked for many of the keywords, this guy is ranked for few of the keywords, but not bad. And you also see he has got a decent conversion share for few of the keywords, right? So I'll also make a note of these keywords, right? So likewise, now in this example I have showcased, so we have looked at two ASINs, right? In similar fashion, I will do this exercise for all my 5 or 10 ASINs, right? What I will do is, I'll just make a note of all those keywords, right? So this is for most clicked ASIN, right? Then similarly, I'll come to my second most clicked ASIN. Now when I open this data, once again I do not require this. Now this time I'll remove the first clicked ASIN, or I'll just remove this because we already looked at our first clicked. I'll remove the third clicked data. Cool. So once again, when I'm here, right, so these are like second most clicked ASINs and all, right? Product title also we can remove to avoid confusion, right? So when I do it, I may apply formulas, and I may do it for all together, but for now I want you to understand the concept properly so that you can exercise it. So now here we are done with our first most clicked ASIN. Now we are looking into our second most clicked ASINs. So here also what I'll do, I'll just come here, I'll pick our ASIN. Once again I'm picking the first ASIN. I'll come here, I'll just do anything that equals to this, right? I'll just say okay, and you see this guy is the second most clicked ASIN for only 3 keywords, okay? And for all those 3 keywords he has got a significant conversion share. So I'll pick all these keywords, and I'll make a note of these keywords also, right? That's that then this nice, right? So then what I'll do is, I'll do the same thing for our second most, or the second competitor also. Anything that equals to this, I'll say this, I'll say okay. See here, now this guy, right? So he is now in our previous example, right, in first clicked, when we looked into our first click, this guy, he has got the most amount of keywords, whereas in the second clicked data, this guy, he does not have a significant share, whereas this ASIN, he has got a significant number of keywords. He has ranked for good number of keywords. So once again I'll see, I'll look for areas where he has got more than 10% of click share. I'm considering 9.76% also. I'll just say okay, I'll make a list of these keywords also, right? So likewise, so guys, I've shown you for first click. I'm going to do the same thing for second click. I'm also going to do the same thing for third click, right? So I'll just remove all this stuff. This is not at all required for us. Right now we have our asins here, right? So once again what I'll do, I'll just do a filter, and I'll just look for this keyword, and then I'll just plug in here, right? I'll just say anything that equals to this, and I'll say okay. You can also apply and or filters or loops, or you can make use of them to apply 2-3 asins together in one shot. Now see guys, so for this specific keyword, now this guy, he's ranked for most of the keywords, and you see he has got a good or a decent conversion share. But in this case, you see here, when he is the third most clicked ASIN, he does not have a very good conversion share for most of the keywords, or for few of the keywords, right? So I'll remove that, right? I'll make a list of keywords where he has got greater than 10% of click share. Now I'll just make a note of all the keywords. So how many keywords did we receive, right? Now for your first click, right, and then your second click, right, and then your third click ASIN, right? So you'll get handful of keywords, right? Sometimes what happens is, I mean, you have got so many keywords here, right? You found few keywords from here, right? So you need to do this exercise for all your competitors. In our example, in today's session, I have just, in the interest of time, I have just done it for only 1 or 2 ASINs. You need to do that for all 10 competitors. You need to make a list of all those keywords, right? And then you need to make a list of all those keywords, and then you also need to make a note of all the keywords from here. You need to make a note of all the keywords from in here. And then you may come across situations where there are so many duplicates. In that case, remove the duplicates, and then use the data to optimize your product listing. Or you can also use the data. You can just put up broad and phrase match campaigns, and you can just start your low bid PPC campaigns. Okay, so mostly I would at this point in time make use of this data in order to build a world class or a first class SEO rich titles, and product listings and backend search. Make sure you have a well optimized titles, right? Before starting any of your PPC campaigns, it is mandatory to make sure you have an optimized listing, because when you have an optimized listing, Amazon will be able to relate your product to various search terms automatically, and you will be indexed for so many keywords without running any PPC campaigns, right? So this is the concept here. Now in order to reiterate what we have done today, so today we have learned the process of today we tried to do our keyword research using brand analytics. What we have done, I said that if you are a brand registered seller, you should have access to brand analytics on Amazon Seller Central. Then what you're going to do is you're going to identify your top 5 or top 10 competitors. You could do it from your best sellers, or you can just search for your main keyword on Amazon.in, and then look for your competitors who are doing well in terms of sales. Pick those ASIN, plug in them here, and then select the time frame, and then just run the report. When you run the report, you will be able to fetch a data set like this. Now in this data, you have so many fields, right? You will get to know what is the search term. You will also get to see what is the search frequency rank. Now search frequency rank, it is not your search volume. Please understand, this is not at all your search volume. Search volume is different, and search frequency rank is different. Now search volume is what you get to view on Helium 10 or Jungle Scout. Now in this case, search frequency rank is a little different. This is a ranking which Amazon provides. For your understanding, so when you have a lower search frequency rank, it means they are getting very good amount of sale, or there is a good demand for this specific keyword, right? Now it is just like your BSR, lower the better, lower the BSR, higher the amount of sale, lower the search frequency rank, higher the sale. Okay, and then you also have data where you get to see for this specific keyword who is the most clicked ASIN, first most clicked ASIN, right? And you also get to view their product title. You get to see what is their click share. Let's say if 100 people are searching for this specific keyword, what percentage of that 100 are clicking this particular product listing. And among this 20 through 22%, let's say out of 100, if 22 people are clicking this particular product listing, out of 22 or 23 or 24, 25% are buying this product. Technically some 5 or 6 units they are buying in this example, right? So likewise, you also get to view who is the second most clicked ASIN and what is the click share, what is the conversion share. Likewise, you will also get to see who is the third most clicked ASIN, what is the click share, what is the conversion share. Now before doing all this data chopping, I spoke about the importance of doing your data visualization. Data visualization technique will help you because this is a lot of data, so many numbers here and there, you may not remember everything, but when you color code you will be able to see which ASIN is ranked the highest, right? I think we still have that. Yes, see, okay, we deleted couple of cells, but I am sure you will be able to recollect what we discussed. You see this guy, he's ranked for most of them, right? In order to determine that, we did not do any data analysis or crunching and all. We just color coded the cells, and we have seen that this particular ASIN is colored the most, or he's appearing to us the most, and in that manner we are able to determine whether he's an alpha ASIN or not, right? And then we have done data chopping, right? We have done that for all 5 or 6. Of course, in our video we just looked into 1 or 2 ASINs, but you should be doing it for all your top 10 competitors. You need to do this data chopping. You need to see look into keywords where they have got more than 10% conversion share, and you need to make a note of those keywords and just tag those keywords all together. And then also make a note of search frequency rank, sort it from the lowest to the highest. You need to make sure the keywords with lowest search frequency rank and highest conversion rate, you need to make sure those keywords are there in your title and in your bullet points, right? So I hope you learned something new today. So this is more of like a cheat code in case if you do not have access to any of the software tools. I think this will be a right place to start your keyword research, or to a certain extent product research also. But this is a massive opportunity. I mean, this is a very good place to do all your checks of your keywords and stuff, right? So I hope you learned something new. And one more point, now if you were to rank for a specific keyword, right? Now how do you rank, how do you determine whether to rank for a keyword or not, right? You could be running your automated campaigns, or you could be running your manual campaigns, and you could come across keywords where you have got good amount of sale, and you need to see what is your conversion ratio, right? Let's say if you've got a conversion for, let's take a keyword chopper. Now let's say you're running your PPC campaigns, and you see for this keyword chopper you have got so many sales, and let's say you have got a conversion share of 20%, right? Now what you need to do is you need to come to brand analytics. You need to see how your competitors are doing, right? Let's say if your conversion share is 20%, and if your competitors are also around hovering at around 22%, 22.53, 11.5, 10%, right, it is safer, right? You can definitely go and rank for this specific keyword. Let's say if your conversion ratio is 20% and your competitors are not in that range, it is little risky to rank for that specific keyword, right? Let's say if your conversion rate is 20% and your competitors are at 40-50%, there is no point ranking for that specific keywords. Better to look for any other keyword, right? So we'll speak about it at length in future videos. I sincerely hope you learned something new today, and I hope you are enjoying my content, and I'm working towards improving the quality of content. I want to give free of cost content right? And I'm sure if you are able to learn from this, it is it is it is more value than, I mean, no matter which course you take, I'm sure you will not find this much value. And I'm sure here I'm aiming to provide more value than what you generally see in paid courses, right? Anyways, I appreciate your time for joining in today. Thank you for your valuable time. If you are watching until now, last 30-35 minutes, that's really good. So all the very best with your Amazon journey, and stay charged. We'll catch up in our next meeting. Thank you all and have a great day. Bye.